Welcome back to Voice on the Corner. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all safe. Now, Pete, we've got a great British fight coming up. Troy Williamson is fighting Josh Kelly. How excited are you for this fight?
I'll tell you how excited I am. I put the balls on this morning because happy December the 1st, everyone, but they're both showing a pair of balls here. At least we're getting decent fights. This, for me, is a top fight. And this, for me, tops the weekend of fights with Tyson Fury versus Chisora. I believe Josh Kelly versus Troy Williamson, free on terrestrial TV. Shout out Channel 5. Is going to be a better fight. We have got two thoroughbreds. In the Tyson Fury fight, I believe we've got a thoroughbred and we've got a thoroughbred that's not running at his best anymore with Chisora. So I'm more focused on Friday night, Channel 5, Josh Williamson, Josh Kelly. And what I'm going to say about it as well is, come on Channel 5. It's a massive, massive fight. And nans can enjoy this if they're still alive. Our sisters, our brothers, our kids, our wives, our husbands, whoever. You know, this is a Christmas cracker for me. What can I say? Two guys from the Northeast. It's absolutely going to be buzzing. And listen, in Newcastle, they take their boxing very serious. They're a real fighting city, in my opinion. Up north, they are very much fighting people, just like we are in London. So what can I say? I'll break the fight down in a minute. I think Jack's going to ask me a couple of questions about the press conference yesterday.
Yeah, well, look, ticket sales was brought up quite often. Troy Williamson is saying that, he's the one that's driving all the fans in. He's the one who's selling all the tickets. And it got under Josh Kelly's skin. What do you think to that?
Well, it's very interesting because I picked up on that. I looked at the body language of both fighters. Troy Williamson, again, I make my predictions on body language and all that sort of stuff. And Troy Williamson, for me, he just seems calm and collective. And he turns around and he says that about the ticket sales. And then Josh Kelly turns around and says, yeah, but it's not a popularity contest. Well, if we look at popularity, you would definitely think Josh Kelly had a bigger, higher popularity than what Troy Williamson would. At the end of the day, he's got over 300,000 followers on Instagram, Josh Kelly. He's a Bahu model and all that sort of stuff, or one of them influencing models and all that sort of stuff. And it's interesting that Williamson's brought in the bigger crowd. But I believe, and I've got to say this, and I'm going to stick to my word with this. I've boxed all over the world. I've boxed all over England. And I've always found in the Northeast and in Liverpool, in Manchester, there is a lot more boxing fans than boxer fans. Even when I go up there now, people remember me from our fights boxing up in Manchester and Liverpool. You walk around London and no one really knows or cares, in my opinion. I think there's a lot more boxer fans in London. Shout out to Eddie Hearn, making it a festival and making it boxer fans, not boxing fans. We're finding that with a lot of shows in London as well. We find that, it's a popularity contest in, oh yeah, he's a big ticket, so let's put him on against a nobody. Like I say, this could be the start of the end. So 2022 could bring us into 2023 with great fights. We're here in the Eubank and Smith fight, January 21. That's going to be a great fight. So I'll carry on now with my breakdown and how I see this fight going. And then Jack will have his say on this fight. Firstly, I believe mentally, seeing in that press conference yesterday and seeing Troy Williamson as a fighter, I believe he's mentally stronger than Josh Kelly. I think that's one of Josh Kelly's biggest downfalls, in my opinion. Great amateur, top amateur. Another thing which I believe why Josh Kelly blows out so quick in a fight, 3 or 4 rounds in him, 5 rounds in him, and then he really starts to struggle, is he kills himself making the weight. He struggles to make that weight. The fight is more won on the scales than what is won in the ring for Josh Kelly, in my opinion. Only what I see of it. I watched him spar before the David Avanesian fight. We know this is a totally different fight now, but the experience David Avanesian's got is second to none. I understand that, but I don't believe. I said to him when I see him sparring, I said, listen, I said, well, why don't you throw single punches? Every now and again throw a 1-2. Similar to what I've done against Lee Purdy. Keep it simple. Keep moving your feet. You're very mobile. You're very clever. Avanesian can punch. He's strong. So why don't you use your jab and keep moving? He started throwing 3 and 4 punch combinations, which we see cheerleaders and backslappers doing on the pads a lot of the time, instead of keeping it simple and methodical, as I say. I believe he's doing exactly the same thing in his camp. The British gas running machine, which I totally disagree with. I do that, people do that when they just keep fit people in the gym, in my opinion. I believe running on the roads is very, very important. Running hills in the cold, I think mentally, as well as physically, it's harder and it makes you more mentally stronger. I believe he's carrying on doing that. So I think he's got a lot of flaws within this fight, which he had in the Avanesian fight. I might be wrong. This might all just be social media coverage. I don't know. On the other hand, Troy Williamson, for me, it's written on the can, which is similar to a lot of fighters up north. It's written on the can what he's going to do, methodical, very, very good at the basics. Sort of a mirror version of like Liam Smith, in my opinion. No, not too much razzmatazz. Seems like he's got a good chin. He showed against Ted Cheeseman. It seems like he's very strong, which he showed against Ted Cheeseman, who's a solid fighter. I think Kelly to turn around and say that he's never fought at his level. I think that's absolute rubbish. I think Ted Cheeseman is definitely in the level of Avanesian, without a doubt. Maybe he's had a lot of wars. We'll soon see if Ted's ever going to return. But I might be totally wrong. But my prediction for this fight is Josh Kelly might have a couple of the earlier rounds, but I believe 6 to 8 rounds, Josh Kelly gets stopped or knocked out. That's the top and bottom of it. I think it goes a little bit longer than Avanesian. I'm gambling here because Avanesian's a slow starter and don't throw much for the first few rounds. He puts you under pressure. I don't believe that Williamson's going to come out like that. I believe Williamson's going to come out straight away. He's a lot fresher. He's a lot brighter. I'm not saying he's more experienced, but he's a lot fresher and a lot brighter than David Avanesian. And he's a lot younger. So for me, I am going to go with Troy Williamson in 6 to 8 rounds. And like I say, I don't want people to bet irresponsibly. If you're going to bet responsibly. And shout out to Paddy Power. We want you on here with Terence Cole Clothing and Global Green CBD. That's the top and bottom of it. If you ain't got the money, though, don't bet. Have a sportsman's bet with people. If Longneck goes the other way, I've got to do another, what is it? Forfeit.
You got to do another chili.
Yeah, it's gonna be like not Celebrity Jungle. This is gonna be like What's from the Corner Jungle. That's the top and bottom of it.
Well, look, unfortunately, I'm not going for Josh Kelly. I'm actually agreeing with you. Troy Williamson. And I've got him in the 6th round. I think, for me, I looked at Josh Kelly. He has that style where he's got great footwork. He's very quick, has his hands down, can be quite explosive. But Troy Williamson, I feel like I think you're right. He's going to come out explosive, swarming him. And I think he's going to catch him early. And for me, I'm seeing a TKO win in the 6th. That's how I see it. But, we've both gone for Troy Williamson. But is this a 50-50 fight? Do you think people will see this as a 50-50 fight?
Yeah, I do, because listen, if I've got this wrong, I wouldn't think. Look, if I predict Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora, I've told you already. If Derek Chisora anyway beats Tyson Fury, yeah, I will stop this channel and I'll never talk about boxing again. That's how one-sided I believe that fight's going to be. We see in a press conference yesterday, a training day yesterday, public workout. I mean, there shouldn't have even been a public workout, in my opinion. I mean, how long did it take Derek Chisora to get into the ring? Not alone do anything in the ring. It took him 5 minutes to walk up them 3 steps. So are people really excited? Are you really excited about Tyson? Are you excited about seeing Tyson Fury again? Or are you excited about the Tyson Fury Derek Chisora fight?
Yeah, I mean, look, so we haven't got a bet for the Josh Kelly-Troy Williamson fight. But how about this? If Derek Chisora on the scorecards of one of the judges, let's say he wins 4 rounds, you have to eat a spider. How about that?
If Derek Chisora, yeah, gets the points with Tyson Fury, yeah, and we know it's not a fast, he's not carrying him. If we know he's not carrying him,
yeah.
Right. If we know he's not carrying him, I will drink 10 live maggots.
Okay, just make sure you do that safely.
10 live maggots. Yeah.
Okay.
I for fish. You used to put them in your mouth to warm them up before you put them on your hook.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But listen. I don't believe there's any way that Derek Chisora can beat Tyson Fury. Not any way whatsoever. But like, you know, we will have people split on Williamson and Kelly, because there is people that like that pretty boy style. You know, he's the pretty boy. Yeah. He's got a pretty boy style. So there will be people. Put your comments below what you think, people. You know what I mean? We love engaging, and we always engage back as much as we can. Sometimes it goes over the top. We struggle to get back to comments. Long neck and no neck.
Kian.
Might be. Are you doing a what's it called watch along? You two?
Well, for Tyson Fury, Derek Chisora, yes, that is in the plans.
Yeah.
I'll look at doing a watch along tonight. I'll see what's happening.
Tomorrow.
Promise.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I mean.
Yeah.
I thought it was Friday for some reason.
Yeah. So listen, I'll tell you what I might end up doing tonight. Jack, you working tonight, aren't you?
No.
All right, we'll do a live tonight then. We'll do a live.
There we go. Yeah.
We're going to jump on a live tonight as well, people, and we're going to discuss the weekend. Probably go live at 8:30. Sounds good.
8:30. Brilliant. Let's note it down.
Yeah. So we are going to go live at 8:30 tonight on Voice from the Corner. Jump on. Anybody wants to jump on, we'll get you on, and you can have your debate. Let's try and get 5 or 6 people on here tonight, all debating on both fights over the weekend, and the undercards, if we can find the undercards. But like I say, Channel 5 tomorrow night for me is the pick of the weekend. Josh Taylor versus Troy Williamson. That's the top and bottom of it.
Sweet. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Of course, you want. Let us know what you have to say. You know, we're always wanting to hear your opinions. And don't forget as well, there is a join button if you want to become an official Voice on the Corner member. Shout out to Steve Cully and Feed the Bear for being members. I really appreciate everyone, and we'll see you soon.
Laters.